oh, you're bringing your own. Okay, happy birthday. But then I got used to it, like, oh, where is the cake? Where is the cake? Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mark and I'm from Ireland.
My name is Burcu and I'm from Turkey. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Guess where the other person works?
ASML?
Indeed. I've been very fortunate to have a 12-year career in ASML. Now, for yourself, for sure, it's going to guess Philips.
Yeah, you're close, but I'm also from ASML. What was the biggest motivation to come to Brainport for work?
The biggest motivation would have to be an opportunity to develop. When I came here originally 12 years ago, there was a job opportunity here in Eindhoven. Of course, I took that opportunity, but I made sure that it was the right opportunity for me.
For me, I really wanted to be a part of a worldwide company and also working with cutting-edge technologies. So indeed, I recognize improving myself every day, learning something new every day. That's amazing.
How is the working culture different in the Netherlands to home?
I think in Turkey we have more hierarchy and we have layers in the organization. Something interesting I would say is if you are assigned a task, for example by your manager, in Turkey you wouldn't say no, but here you openly discuss everything and give your opinion about it.
However, indeed, I do recognize that the absence of hierarchy in the Dutch work culture is hugely beneficial, meaning that you have access to your managers.
And what is your favorite thing about working in the Netherlands?
It was difficult for me to understand at first when I observed that my Dutch colleagues were really not present in the office after 4:30, especially on a Friday.
Friday 4:30, are you sure? Can it be earlier?
Could it be earlier? For sure, yeah. Leaving at 4:30, still having plenty of time to do your personal things. So for me, that is the biggest advantage, that I get an opportunity to do both, and that it's not huge emphasis on work, work, work.
Yeah, that's perfect. I recognize that and it's amazing. Also, if you are off, you are off. No one would call you, disturb you. That's really nice.
Can you tell us a cultural shock you remember when you moved and started working in the Netherlands?
In Turkey, when I have my birthday, my friends usually make a surprise for me and they buy the cake. Here, there was a birthday celebration and I want to ask some colleagues, oh, are we going to arrange a cake or how does it work or are we buying a gift or something? No, he's gonna bring his own cake.
Right, indeed, that the person celebrating something had to put in effort to celebrate it as well.
That was, I think, very shocking for me. So, oh, you're bringing your own. Okay, happy birthday. But then I got used to it, like, oh, where is the cake? Where is the cake?
But I would have to say that for myself, one of the first cultural experiences was the flexibility, the openness. I find that just being able to approach my colleagues with anything, especially when you're moving here, a lot of the setup tasks that one would have to do, going to the local town hall, going to the tax office, there was a lot of openness and understanding.
You are fully supported right from the beginning to the end. Everything is arranged for your relocation. And also, if you are sick, you are not feeling well, you are fully supported as well. And how do you see the region changing or growing, both economically and regarding the international communities?
Eindhoven itself, I must admit that prior to coming here, I was a little ignorant as to what was the big attraction to Eindhoven. And then, of course, I investigated, and people may have known of PSV, the football team, and Philips. But when I came here, I realized that it was much, much more.
Exactly. That's what I like about the Netherlands and especially Eindhoven. And I can see how different it is when comparing with like 5 years ago. I mean, it's okay that you left your family or friends behind, but you make new friends here. That's very easy to meet people. From 1 to 5, how important is to have internationals working in the Netherlands?
So it's important to have internationals working in the Netherlands because of the knowledge gap. The opportunities are here, the economy demands it. There's opportunity for growth, personally, professionally.
Also, the diversity that we have so that there's a lot to learn from each other. From 1 to 5, how good is the work-life balance in the Netherlands? What is that?
I doubted about putting a 5. I decided to put a 4.
Okay.
Because while I feel it is almost perfect,
What changed your decision?
so I'd like to say that the work-life balance is extremely good, but there's room for improvement.
For me, it's really like people can work like 3 days a week, 4 days a week if they have the mama dag or papa dag. That's very nice. And also I like the facilities that we have in the campus. So a lot of opportunities that we have. So if you would like to take a break from work, during the work, it's also there is balance. So that's why I said 5. Frank, what's the best question to ask your colleagues at the coffee machine?
So in 5th place, what we considered was, what about this weather? Irrespective of where you come from in the world, the weather is always an acceptable topic. Plus an additional 5 or 6 on the national holidays. So what are your holiday plans is a frequent topic. And how was your weekend? Well, perhaps not something you're going to ask on a Friday, but for sure on a Monday morning, it's a good icebreaker.
And the 2nd place, what are you working on? This could be appropriate still, like, I mean, being interested in each other's work. Do you need any help? Is it challenging? Can you please respond to my email? We put that to the least appropriate place because, like, I mean, this is the coffee machine talk and we don't want to push each other.
To commemorate this new friendship, we asked both of you to bring something without, knowing the other person's.
Burcu, I thought best to give you a token of what I consider home to be and why I thought being in Eindhoven can create a home for me. Well, first of all, I'd like you to have a look and then you can ask questions as to why.
This is a big pack. So thank you. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. So this is beans.
Right. Indeed, they are. They're baked beans. And beans are a very important ingredient in that Irish breakfast.
And this is milk from Irish grass-fed calves. So, did you buy it from the Netherlands, really?
I did. It's actually written in Dutch. And but it is an Irish product made in Ireland for the Dutch market. And for me, it really seals the connection, the homely connection that I find in the Netherlands with having dairy products.
And this is bread.
It is bread, and you might think it's not very imaginative, but when you combine the 3 together, you'll get a bit of insight into how I lived before I came to the Netherlands. I was a student, and having buttered toast with baked beans was a very good snack. For me, it reminds me of home.
Thank you very
Please
much.
enjoy.
This is very thoughtful of you. I mean, this gives the full Irish breakfast experience.
Yes, indeed. I hope you enjoy.
Thank you very much. So, Mark, this is for you.
Thank you very much.
This is Turkish coffee, actually.
Really?
Yeah, this is something that we drink every day in Turkey, so that's why it feels and it reminds me home. And we have a saying in Turkish, cup of coffee, Turkish coffee, has a memory for 40 years.
40 years.
40 years. So if I have a nice conversation with you, like today, actually, very nice to meet you, very nice to talk about ASML and how we experience our lives. It will be memorable for 40 years. So that's why I wanted to give this gift to you.
Well, indeed, thank you for sharing it. I wasn't aware that there was such a product. I will indeed enjoy it. And hopefully the aroma and the experience will remind me of today.
Okay, so my last question, and this is to summarize what we want to do with this campaign. Do you think the region, Brainport Eindhoven, is more than just a job in tech for people that come here?
No, of course not just a job in tech. I mean, like all the things that we discuss, I'm really glad to hear that. We have a common view on those, like the collaboration, working in a multinational environment, learning from different cultures, learning from each other, how we do the things, how we do business, and also the openness, transparency.
Yeah, I tend to agree. And it's not just about the work life. Yes, technology is very inherent in what we do in work. We can't ignore the tech opportunities here and the opportunity to collaborate within that environment, in that space. Calling the Netherlands your home takes some time, but for sure it's supported by a lot of the things that we discussed today. Work.
Thank you.